Hey y'all, how's everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing well. I just want to tell y'all how my week started off. Okay, last week I was at my daughter's. Let me move this bag so I can let me pick it up to my car. Um, Sorry about that, y'all. So my grandson had a calzone. He gave me and my daughter some. And about a day later, my daughter said, I think, because she has allergies too. She said, I think the calzone, spiked my allergies. So I said, so far so good, because I know I have a tomato allergy and allergies to certain things. But my doctor had advised me to try putting some things back you know, in my diet. Because he didn't want me to have a deficiency in anything. And if I can tolerate it, okay. But he said sometimes you might can tolerate something one day, might not can tolerate the next. So I've been getting little pieces from the store where you cook at home and stuff like that. I'm making my own stuff, maybe a little spaghetti and eat it where I fix so I can, put a little sugar in it, just a little bit to cut the acid and everything. Okay, I ate a little piece of calzone, y'all, about this much. Because I didn't know what to expect. I know what pizza tastes like, and I love it. But anyway, I didn't have any problems. Now, washing dishes at my daughter's house, and even when I wash them here, I know I'm supposed to wear gloves because I'm prone to hand eczema. But I had gloves under my sink, which was not doing me any good. So don't say they ain't doing no good under the sink. Okay, save that. Just a little humor. So I know Dawn is a very strong dish detergent. My daughter has a dishwasher, but I'm the type of person, you putting dishes in the sink, well, I'm going to make some dishwater and wash dishes. So I would make dishwater, and I'm constantly washing dishes, hand in that. And y'all know Dawn is strong. That's why they tell you to clean these birds with all this oil on it, and do this with Dawn. And Dawn is good for that because Dawn is very concentrated and is strong. So about a day or two later, I noticed I was getting some irritation on this finger. So it would itch a little bit. I'm sitting watching TV and I'm scratching. I'm on my tablet, playing a game or reading Facebook or looking at YouTube or putting a YouTube video up. It itches and I scratch it. Next thing I know, whoo. Y'all, this is good to what it was. So I wake up Sunday morning and you know how you turn over at night and you might do this? And with me prone to having stuff in my face, I would go to turn over and I do this and I felt under my chin, felt funny. So I didn't pay it no attention. Get up Sunday morning to get dressed for church and do everything. My face felt funny. I did like this. I get up and I run to the bathroom. Y'all, my face was swollen so bad and it was so tight. Now, you could see a little bit line of demarcation. I don't know if you can see the redness in my face, but my doctor, because he told me, and my arm, you can see the line of demarcation. My hand was inflamed and my arm to right there. And it probably won't show up on camera, and I had a lot of bumps, like hives down my arm, a little bit on this arm, a little bit here. And my face. So my husband touched my face. He said, you got a million little bumps on your face. And y'all, it was painful. It hurt. My face all around here like this was burning, just like somebody had stuck a match to me. And all under here, my chin and everything. My hand got so irritated. Y'all, that's good to what it was. I'm sorry, y'all. That's probably TMI, but this is what I'm working with. So I'm getting a little irritation on my pinky and a little bit on my thumb. So I'm trying to stay conscious, not scratch. Because scratching leads to more scratching and more irritation. So Sunday morning, when I went to show my husband, he woke up, he was like this. He said, what? I mean, I couldn't even go to church. I know I wear a mask, but with the pain I had in my face and the way my hand was hurting so bad, y'all, there was no way I could keep my mind on that. All I could think about was getting home, getting me some. I told my husband, I said, I'm just gonna stay here, take my mask, put my creams on, so I can listen to church online. Okay, it went down. Yesterday morning, I woke up, it was bigger than what it was Sunday morning, y'all. I got my clothes on. My husband said, come on, we're going to the ER. Okay. The ER doctor, I was telling him that same scenario. He said, yeah, sometimes it take a day or two for it to go through your body and do what it's going to do or whatever. He said, but, he said, it's not anything that's going to affect your heart. I told him, I said, the reason I was coming to the ER, because all on my left side, and I didn't know if it would be doing anything to my heart inflammation. He said, are your legs swollen? I said, no. He said, well, usually when you have some problem with your heart like that, your legs will start to swell. So I said, no. He said, oh, you make me short of breath. I said, no, I'm not short of breath or anything. He said, well, it's just the irritation. So he said, I'm going to give you a call. I told him about before my skin got clear how I was, it was so bad I had to come for them to give me a Kenalog shot. That's a shot they give you for inflammation for like allergies and, all other stuff. But I did that a few times. Then the last time I came, it had no effect. It didn't do anything. So my body was so used to the shot and whatever that medicine was, it was just like drinking water to my body. So he said he had some liquid prednisone. He listened to my lungs and everything, my heart. He said, there's no problem with your heart. Your lungs are clear and everything. You don't have any fluid build up in your lungs that we should be worried about. Because I have went there for my eczema and they admitted me, y'all. Yes. Imagine being admitted to the hospital for eczema. But hey, anything's possible, right? But anyway, so I remember I had to take a Dupixent, a shot for my eczema yesterday. So the nurse said, well, let me go out to ask the doctor if he still want me to give you this shot with this liquid prednisone. It's another name, but that's what they put in essence, prednisone, because the doctor wanted me to hurry up and get some relief. Because he said most of the bumps and stuff were gone, but it was still a little puffiness and he could see the redness, on my arm, just like my doctor today. So I told him I had been to an allergist and everything, and I went through all that with him. He said, well, as soon as you get home, call your allergist, make an appointment. So I called my allergist. Well, anyway, let me get back to about the prednisone. So the doctor told the nurse not to give me the liquid prednisone. He called in me some prednisone to the drugstore. He said, because with me having to take that Dupixent shot yesterday when I got home, he didn't know enough about Dupixent to make a knowledgeable, to say to go ahead and give me the liquid prednisone. I was looking for the word there, but it won't come. But he said, you'll be all right. He was telling me some things to do and some things not to do. So he said, call your allergist and make an appointment. So when I got home, like clockwork, put my stuff down there, got me a little water, calmed down. My pressure was still good, y'all. Well, yesterday it was a little heightened because I was in pain. But today my pressure is pretty good. So I called my allergist. They said, well, it's been a few years since we've seen you. We're going to need for you to go to your your primary care doctor. So see if your primary care doctor want to see you before we see you. So they wanted my primary doctor to see me. They said the reason they wanted my primary care doctor to see me, just in case I needed something before I got to them, my primary care doctor could give it to me. So that made sense, So he said, when I went to my primary care doctor today, he said, I made an appointment yesterday. They want you to see me so soon. I went through all of that. But how the doctor wanted me to call the allergist, and the allergist wanted me to come here first. So he said, okay. So he checked everything out. And he, said my heart and lungs were fine, no problem with my breathing or anything. He said, well, let me listen to your lungs. My lungs are clear. My heart is fine. He said the same thing. If your legs aren't swollen or you don't have shortness of breath, you find that it's just a bad allergic reaction. So he said I could, because my husband was like, because I got to take prednisone, 3 prednisone, I think 4 times a day. 3 prednisone a day. I take 3 prednisone a day. So I was going to take them all at one time. My husband was like, don't take them all at one time. So my primary care doctor said, it's easier to take it all at one time. Then you don't have to worry about it. And for me, if I take my vitamin in the evening after dinner, then I get thinking, did I take my nighttime medicine? Because I can remember, taking something. So I think that's what I'm going to do, take them all at one time. When I take my morning medicine, I won't have to worry about it. They taste horrible, but I can have them with breakfast. I have them before I have my coffee. But I got some gloves here. Excuse me, y'all. I got these gloves. I might have to go to Amazon and order some more. When my skin was bad and I had hand eczema, these are some like soothing gloves, and it keeps all kinds of stuff off your hands. And they have, I don't know what they have in them or if they have anything in them, but when my skin was bad, I had to order these off Amazon. I got some black ones. My daughter ordered these because she knew purple was my color. Then there was some white one like church gloves that they're made to soothe your hand, like hand eczema, anything like that. So I think I'm going to go on Amazon and order some more of these. The only thing about the white one, my daughter ordered me some of those white ones that look like church gloves, but I have long fingers and they was too short. But what my doctor told me, he said, look, just cut the fingers off. So I did. I cut the fingers off, and they came to about here after I cut the fingers off. But before I cut the fingers off, I can get them no longer than there. She said, this way, you can still do your daily tasks. I didn't want to cut the fingers off these, but I do, like when I have my creams and stuff I put on my hand, I have some of those like blue examining gloves. My dermatologist gave me a whole box when I was going the other year, and I still got some. When I put the medicine, the creams and stuff on my hands, because like there's a cream that I put on, I have to put it on real thick. And they said keep from having it rubbing off on your clothes or when you're doing something. She gave me a whole box of those examining gloves. And I wore those examining gloves. And I be going out in the public. I don't care. I ain't care how I look to other people. I know what I need to do for me, right? Then I got this thing where I didn't want to go out in public. Because my face was all, messed up with the eczema. Then my hands, I had to wear the gloves. They might have thought, I had something catching or anything. And I didn't want to leave my house. But anyway, all right. But yeah, getting back to my doctor today, he asked me, he told me the things that I know I'm allergic to, just go ahead and stay away from it. And I should have common sense for that. But I said, well, they were telling me to add stuff back to my diet. He said, well, this one, he asked me, said, have you had pizza at home? I said, yeah. He said, well, is this the first time you had pizza like from a pizzeria or somewhere, like Pizza Hut, Pizza Inn? I said, yeah. He said, that's why. They put more stuff in their pizza. He said, a calzone ain't nothing but sauce wrapped in bread. So I know that's out. So now that my family know all that's out, I told him, I said, the only thing about that eating stuff, I'm limited to what I'm eating. Then everybody saying, oh, you're getting too small. You're too small. My doctor told me don't worry about it. And I got some graham crackers when I went to Walmart. They got out, check out. Somebody had opened them and punched the top in. I wasn't about to go back. But anyway, y'all, that's how my weekend was. But when y'all, and when I would touch my face like this yesterday, it's clearing up all around. Oh, it felt like I was a porcupine. Like when I touched my skin, those little bumps was all sharp and raised. And when I would touch my face, it would be, still got some little hard spot. It would be hard and prickly and everything. And my chin was terrible, but my neck was fine. The stuff, the Kill Mail that I had used, I had started back using it. So, but that triamcinolone cream is steroid. I don't even know if I'm going to use that, y'all. Because y'all know steroids. But since my doctor told me to use it, I'm going to be obedient. I'm going to use it. But then when that dry in, I'm going to put my Kill Mail oil back on and do the best I can. But okay, y'all, that's how my weekend went. I came home after I come from the emergency room. My husband said, why don't you lay down? He turned the TV on in the room, got my side of the bed right. He was working on the car and everything, getting it right. And I came and laid down, got me a cup of coffee, laid down, watched a little TV. I actually took a nap, y'all. I took a nap, got up. So I wanted some navy beans. My husband was going to eat what we had left from Sunday. Sunday I had turkey wings, candy yam, and corn and beans. Corn and beans. And I didn't want any. I wanted some navy beans. So I got up. I took about 1.5, 2 hour nap. I got up, took me some navy beans, and put them in some water. Washed them, picked them and everything. Put them in some water, and I had gloves on. Put them in some water and let them soak a little bit so they start wrinkling, getting soft, and that cut down on your cooking time. Oh, and they were so good. I put on some gloves, made me some homemade biscuit, and that's what I had. My husband had turkey wing biscuits and the turkey wing. So tonight, I don't know what we have for dinner. But anyway, that's how my weekend was. I thank God that I'm better now. Most of the redness is going away. You probably can't see it on the camera, but, oh, y'all, my face, and the irritation. I kept doing like this. And my husband said, why are you doing like that? Because all around here, across here like this, y'all. Y'all know what they call a 5 o'clock shadow on a man where he needs to shave? Well, God forbid, I feel like I had a 5 o'clock shadow, and it was prickly and painful, and I would put some of my cream or my oils on it, or some Vaseline, and, to help soothe it, and that helped a lot. I kept Vaseline on my mouth. I kept down, Vaseline. And it's still a little hard under here and all around here, but I thank God the worst is over. That sounds to hold on, a change is coming. Yes, ma'am, a change is coming. And I thank God. But anyway, y'all, hope everybody had a good weekend. I listened to church online, and I told them when I had to make some remark, y'all know I love my church family and my natural family. Y'all know there had to be a sickness or something wrong for me to not be at church. So anyway, y'all, I'm not going to bother you, wear your patience in the long. I love y'all, and I want to keep y'all. My daughter said, make a video because they love stuff like that. Y'all, I was laying in bed and my face was all like that, so I didn't feel like putting my postures on. I had made a video, and I'm laying there like that. I just can't do it. All right, y'all. I love y'all. Ain't nothing you can do about it till next one. Bye.